the high seas. Pisces, cast my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your February 2019 reading with me, and happy Valentine's Day to those of you guys who are celebrating this year, whether you're single, divorced, coupled, married, polyamorous, whatever it might be. To me, this is about celebrating love, so I definitely wanted to incorporate a little bit of love in my reading this month with all the hearts and the red and all that good stuff, Sagittarius. So before we begin your reading, I want to update you guys on a little bit of astrology stuff going on for February. The month of February is Aquarius and Pisces season, okay? So the first couple weeks is that Aquarian energy. And for you, Sagittarius, that is your third house, okay? Aquarius is 3 houses away from you. So this is all about communication for you, okay? This is the opposite house that you're usually used to. You're the 9th house, Sagittarius, and 9 and 3 are always opposite of each other, even on the clock, okay? So third house energy is more of the lower mind, okay? It does have a lot to do with communication, short distance travel. And I say that it's the opposite energy of you, Sag, because you're more of the 9th house energy, the more long distance travel opposed to short distance. And unlike the third house of the lower mind, you usually represent the higher mind, okay? So there's something here about your lower mind this month, Sagittarius. Maybe some of those lower vibrational thoughts. But it's going to be a lot about communication, okay? Whenever we go through third house energy, what we say, what we think, our thoughts, what we're communicating, certain conversations are going to be coming up too, okay? First couple weeks, we've got a lot of communication going on for you, Sagittarius. So just know that communication is really important this month for you in February. Now, at the end of February, we have this Aquarian energy moving into Pisces energy. So, second half of February is that Pisces mutable energy. Now, you are a mutable sign, Sagittarius, so that mutableness, you know, there might be some changes that come up at the end of the month, especially for us mutable signs. So, you're probably going to enjoy the mutability. We haven't had a mutable sign since your season. You were the last mutable energy to happen, and that was a few months ago, okay? So we've got that Pisces energy now, third house energy moving into your 4th house, okay? Aquarius is your 3rd house, Pisces is your 4th house, okay? And this is going to have everything to do with your foundation, Sagittarius. So we're ending February for Sagittarius on a very home-like note, okay? The universe is going to be, you know, bringing things to your attention about where your foundations are, certain family stuff coming up, okay? So we have 3rd house and 4th house energy. So, you know, February is a combination of communicating about home life, communicating with your family might come up, communicating even with your mother, maybe doing some short distance travel between homes, you know what I mean? So you just want to combine that 3rd house communication energy, short distance travel, with your home life, your foundation, where you consider your roots. I do want to briefly mention that Pisces does square you guys, so, you know, just be on the lookout for certain conflicts at the end of February. You might feel a little bit squared, like you have to meet somebody in the middle, something like that. We had a new moon in Aquarius this month too, so, you know, that was setting new intention to communicate, okay? Next month we'll have a new moon in your 4th house, which is setting intention for your home and your family intentions. Full moon in Virgo, I believe that would be your 10th house, Sagittarius. Let's see here. Yeah, Virgo's your 10th house. So we do have a full moon in your house of career this month. And if you guys want to know more about that, please be on the lookout for my full moon in Virgo video coming out on February 19th, okay? So that's all I want to talk about astrology-wise right now, besides the fact that Jupiter is still in your sign. So, you know, you have your ruling planet in your sign. It is kind of challenged. It's being very challenged by Neptune and Pisces. So there's this energy between Pisces and Sagittarius and Neptune and Jupiter that it's kind of like, you know, compromising what you believe. And I know from the Sagittariuses that I know, like, you guys are all about beliefs. So if you feel like your beliefs are getting challenged, or if you feel like some of your beliefs are kind of, you know, diluted or something like that, please keep in mind that there are some challenges being made to Jupiter and Sagittarius as well. All right, that's it for that, guys. I'm going to shuffle on camera today. I've been shuffling off camera the last few months, so I wanted to allow you guys to be a part of the shuffling. I know some of you guys like to see me shuffle. So we are going to start out with a new deck that I'm bringing out. I haven't used this on my channel yet, but this is Messages from the Universe. It's called Notes from the Universe. If you guys are interested in this deck, it is in the description box. I think it's pretty cool. Basically, these are all messages from the universe. We have quite a bit here. And this is literally something the universe is going to be saying to you, Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and see what you need to hear for February. So this message is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for February 2019. What message do you have for Sagittarius for February? Sagittarius for February. Let's see what's going on for you guys, Sag. What is the universal message and note for Sagittarius? Now, these are a little bit hard to shuffle, so just stay patient, and we have a message. Okay, some of you guys might be dealing with Libra energy because we do have the card that Libra got on the bottom of the deck. Karma is on your side. Okay, the card coming out for you, Sagittarius, is Your Treasure is at Hand. Now, that is a very Sagittarius energy because Sag is all about adventures, okay, excitement. So I don't know why this whole treasure energy really screamed Sagittarius for me. So your treasure is at hand, Sagittarius. Okay, this is what the universe is saying to you. Sure, you can always find prettier, handsomer, skinnier, wiser, richer, younger, and zippier. But more often than not, one learns the most, laughs the loudest, and smiles the widest with those you've already found, especially when you stop looking elsewhere. Actually, zippier is on quite a few lists. Tally ho, the universe. Like, that is so Sagittarius. You know, the whole tally ho, you know. And then it also says that one learns the most. I love that. So this is about something that you've been looking for, Sagittarius, elsewhere. Whether it be love, you know, you're looking for something that you already have. All right? Definitely. Okay. Something that you've already found. So there's some kind of treasure here that you've already found. Okay, that's really, really speaking to me for you guys this month. So we'll go ahead and, you know, put this message here to keep this in mind, that your treasure is at hand, Sagittarius. Some of you guys have struck gold. That's that Jupiter luck energy. Okay. So I did shuffle these cards before I started your reading, and I like to find the ruling zodiac card for the sign that I'm reading for. So in your guys' case, it's the Temperance card. I love this card personally. It does speak to patience and balance, even alchemy in some cases, balance between spirit and logic, trying new things, testing new waters. But this is Archangel Michael, to be honest with you. Okay, so some of you guys might know a significant Michael or something like that, but this is your ruling tarot card, Sagittarius. I am going to look behind you guys a couple cards or so just to get an idea of what tarot card is influencing you the most. So let's see what February has in store. Okay, not the first time this has happened, Sagittarius. So we have the Two of Wands. When I get this card for Sagittarius, I am very drawn to the portal aspect of this card, meaning that you're standing in between two different people, two different things, two different places, the past, the future. Comfort and growth. Okay, we've talked about this before in my my older videos, Sagittarius. So again, we're back at this kind of standstill, and you are holding the world in your hands this month, and you guys are in the middle of some kind of decision. Okay, and it's probably a decision that has something to do with comfort and growth, something that you've already done that you're comfortable with. And I'm looking right at the planet Jupiter right now on one of my cups. I have an astrology cup. I can't really show you, but my eyes just literally looked at the planet Jupiter. So I think that's a synchronicity. And so it feels like something to do with expansion, okay? Jupiter being in your guys' sign is really trying to expand Sagittarius's horizons. And that's exactly what this card is about, okay? Someone who's looking out on the top of a balcony, and they can see, you know, their future. They're really thinking about all that they've been through and what it is that they have to look forward to, okay? So there could be some energy like that. This is definitely that wand energy, so that's Sagittarius, Aries, Leo energy. But it just looks like there's some kind of decision that Sagittarius is making, some kind of portal that you guys are in between, okay? But I think this has to do with expansion. There may be an opportunity for you guys to choose growth this month, and if you can, I would definitely advise you to do that, okay? Because if you can't grow and be comfortable at the same time. So, you know, it's ultimately up to you guys what this choice is in regards of, and we do have the Empress here. So, you know, this might be some of you guys who are mothers. There is a mother showing up here, okay? Whether it's your mother or you as a mother, a grandmother, but this is a very fertile woman. Some of you guys have a decision to make with your mom or as a mom or something like that, okay? Some of you guys are hearing back about a pregnancy. Yeah, with the Ace of Wands and the Empress, some of you are for sure fertile. Be very careful if you're not wanting a child, because there's a new beginning here. For some of you, it's just at work, but for others of you, this is really going to be a new beginning with a mother figure. Maybe it has to do with abundance and love. Now, keep in mind, those of you who are not mothers or pregnant, the Empress is a fertile energy. She gives birth to new ideas. So there's also someone here who's pregnant or fertile who wants to give birth to a new idea. Like, there is a new spark of passion here, and it's linked to some kind of new beginning that you guys are standing up for, okay? Maybe even love for some of you guys. So that looks like what's going on for February. Now let's go ahead and shuffle and get you guys some energy. Now that is just glowing. Okay, and it is, when I said that, I stopped shuffling at the sun card. So it's interesting, we have this big bright light here. I mean, if you guys could see how tall that flame is, I mean, it's definitely about that. There's just a glare, so you can't see it, but there's something shining bright for you this month, Sagittarius. It could have to do with a child. It could have to do with your own personal joy. You might have to choose your own happiness. There is a second opportunity here to manifest happiness. Okay, whatever that means to you guys, whether it's love or just, you know, self-love, happiness, something like that. But it was interesting that I stopped shuffling the cards on the sun when I was talking about how bright this flame is, okay? So very interesting. We already have some synchronicities in regards to, you know, the light and, you know, shining. So let's go ahead and see what the message is for you, Sagittarius, for February. Okay, slight indication of the Ten of Swords, but it went back in. So some of you guys are still getting over those painful situations, those painful endings, those painful cycles. Some of you guys are still in that place, okay? So let's go ahead and see. We do have the Knight of Cups out for you first, Sagittarius. You know, this is February, so there's going to be some love messages here. We do have a Pisces, okay? The Knight of Cups is a Pisces card. It can be a Scorpio or a Cancer for some of you, and it can be anybody, okay? This is just an energy. So if it's not a water sign for you guys, then this is someone, or maybe even you, who has... February starts off with some kind of love, romantic energy, okay? Maybe creative. But I do say Pisces because at the bottom of the deck right now, we have the moon. So 2 indications of a Pisces individual here. Now, if this is not a Pisces, it could be a Cancer. Or there's a love offer that is linked to the full moon in Virgo on February 19th, okay? Around Valentine's Day. Maybe there's someone here who has a Pisces moon. Okay, but someone here is definitely comfortable at a soul level. Maybe there's a soulmate someone's hanging on to. Maybe it's a secret love offer. Maybe someone's... I think for some of you, this is talking about being afraid of love this month, okay? So let's continue. Oh, we almost had the Magician, but he kind of went back in, okay? So there is definitely some magic going on here this month. What else do we have for Sagittarius? February 2019. Sagittarius. What are the messages for Sagittarius? What does Sagittarius need to know February 2019? We start the month off with love, okay? There's some kind of emotion here. What else do we have for Sagittarius now? We had the Death card, because some of you are dealing with Scorpio. Others of you are just dealing with sudden endings and beginnings, some kind of rebirth, okay? But we have the 4 of Cups coming out. So that's interesting here, all right? Definitely that painful ending we were talking about with the Ten of Swords. Some of you guys are afraid to accept love because of past pain, hurt, betrayal, deception. Okay, some of you guys were backstabbed in the past, so you're kind of closed off. Okay, Sagittarius, what else do we have going on for Sagittarius, February 2019? Sagittarius, February 2019. What are the messages for Sagittarius? Okay, we have a jumper. It's the Page of Pentacles. Okay, Page of Pentacles. Earth sign energy coming forward now. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Financial energy. And again, this Ten of Swords. Some of you guys have been hurt by earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And this earth sign Whether this is the same person coming back to offer you something in February, I feel like this pain is either linked to, you know, an earth sign, or maybe in regards to a job, finances, something like that. Some of you, it's a Taurus, straight up. Some of you, it's a Taurus, okay? We have this Ace of Wands again. And if it's not a Taurus, it's talking about the ending to a marriage. Some of you guys are divorced, or, you know, you were engaged, but that didn't work out. Some of you guys might turn down a proposal this month, you know, like if some of you get proposed to on Valentine's Day, you're like, not really sure if you should accept that offer, okay? But we've got several offers for you this month, Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and finish these cards, and then I'll talk to you about the reading. Now, we just had a Cancer almost come out, okay? For those of you who are dealing with Cancer, others of you are just trying to move forward. We have an Aries at the bottom of the deck. Some of you guys are going through pain with an Aries or a Leo. Others of you are going through painful endings with a father figure of your children, because we do have a someone who has a son here. So whether you're a son watching, or whether someone here, there's something painful with a father and a son here. Someone was left out in the cold in a marriage. Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious, Sagittarius. All right. We got someone here who feels left out in the cold as far as a home situation or a marriage. And then we have a soulmate here for sure. Someone here is hanging on to who they believe is a soulmate. We got a Pisces from the past for some of you guys. So let's get some cards out here for you, Sagittarius. Something that will relate to all of you guys. The Eight of Swords. So apparently you guys can all relate to the Eight of Swords this month, which that's not necessarily the greatest energy for all of you to be feeling, okay? That's a trapped energy. Some of you guys are just really wanting clarity, you know what I mean? Especially if you're dealing with air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Some of you guys are going through conflicts with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius because you're confused. There's a lot of options, okay? Sagittarius, February. What else do we have for Sagittarius? I just knew that, okay? I was just getting ready to say that there's a Taurus that wants to keep coming out in this reading. We have two indications of Taurus in Capricorn, but these are two Tauruses, okay? There's a Taurus man showing up here for some of you guys. For others of you, it's not a Taurus man, but it has to do with that Taurus energy, okay? Commitment or something like that, okay? There could be some conflict that someone, especially conflict at work, okay, or just conflict when it comes to putting in more effort into a situation. All right, let's continue though before we explain this. Sorry, a little bit flustered. Some of you guys feel a little bit flustered this month, okay? What else do we have for Sagittarius? We have the Queen of Cups, okay? A very watery woman, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio maybe, or just someone who's trying to control their emotion. Now, this could be why you feel left out in the cold. Some of you guys feel left out in the cold by a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio woman. If it's not a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, then this is just you feeling left out in the cold by, you know, left out in the cold emotionally, left out in the cold by a mother figure, okay? Some of you guys are really dealing with feeling left out in the cold in a marriage, okay? Feeling left out in the cold when it comes to a home environment, okay? And I'm seeing again a son and a father, okay? Leo, Aries energy for some of you. What else do we have for Sagittarius? February 2019. What else do we have for Sagittarius? February. I'm gonna have to brace myself for this one. I had to sit up for some reason. What else do we have for Sagittarius? February 2019. Okay. All right, Queen of Swords. So some of you guys, there's two women coming forward here, okay, and they are not facing each other because they are in competition. There is some Gemini, Libra, Aquarius women, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio women, conflict. Okay, this is competition and conflict. I'll explain that in a little bit. Okay, some of you guys, yeah, this is a Pisces, okay? There's some kind of spying going on here, some kind of third party for sure that someone found out about, literally. But again, there are endings to cycles as well this month. Anything that's heavy for you, Sagittarius, it is coming to a completion with that full moon. Let's get you one more card. Okay, apparently that's it. We have, oh no, there's two cards here. So let's go ahead and just flip these over together. Okay, the Five of Wands and the King of Swords. So right off the bat, there is a relationship here. We have the King and the Queen of Swords there together. So that means that there's some twin flame stuff going on. Okay, this card just wanted to flop over. This is the bottom of your deck, and it did just show me the Ten of Wands. So someone's hanging on really tightly to a burden. Some of you guys, your comfort zones are actually your burden, okay? Whatever that might be, your hometown, just something that you're comfortable with, Sagittarius. You're not going to find any treasure there, you know what I mean? Which is kind of a contradiction, because your card over here is telling you that something you've already found is treasure. But let's break some of this down one by one, see what's going on here. I definitely see a story unfolding. So the first card was the Knight of Cups. For some of you, this is a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. For others of you, this is just some kind of love message coming in. If it's not love, I do feel like for some of you guys, this is a love offer coming in, okay? I know you guys, Sagittarius, you're social, you know, you're adventurous, you're ambitious. So this is about, if it's not love, then the Knights always come with some kind of message. So it could be an emotional message. It could be an apology or something like that, or just someone who's trying to express their emotions and also move forward at the same time. So this is someone who wants to express how they feel. This could be you, Sagittarius, and also move forward. So to move forward in February, you know, it's gonna have to be in regards to your emotion somehow. The Knight of Cups is in pursuit to his dreams. So if you can't resonate with all that other stuff, Sagittarius, then this is just you guys in pursuit of romance. Some of you guys are on the lookout. You know, you're definitely trying to move forward in a romantic way. This is like a charming energy. You know, there's a Prince Charming coming up here. Someone who's just really romantic and creative, and, you know, definitely a sweetheart here. This is somebody in February, okay? You or someone around you. But here's my concern. Okay, we've got somebody on the way to you, okay? Apparently, you know, I feel like this is like either the 1st of February, because this is symbolic for how you came into February. It's the first card. This is the ending of February, kind of. It doesn't have to be, but I feel that's how I'm gonna read it. That's how I've been reading it this month. So there was something that popped off in February, like, you know, the first week at least. It doesn't have to be like literally the first day, but this is like beginning of February, first couple of weeks. And again, what I'm concerned with is the card that comes up after that, Sag. We have the Four of Cups. So this is somebody who is emotionally bored. You know, they're very unsatisfied. They're contemplating emotion from the past, right? You see how this guy here, well, this person, it's a girl or a guy, okay, whoever. This is a person who is contemplating about emotion, okay? Probably emotion from the past, okay? Whatever these 3 cups represent for you guys, could be a third party. It could have been, you know, celebration or a night out with the girls or the guys, you know. Sometimes that's even alcohol. But there's someone here who's very focused on these 3 cups. And they think that those 3 cups are all they have. But there's this very strange cloud coming out from the sky. And, you know, either this person doesn't see this offer, because this is absolutely an offer. Okay, that's an offer of love or some kind of new emotional opportunity coming in February, but your arms are crossed. You're emotionally defensive. Somebody here is emotionally defensive. For some of you, you know, this is you. For others of you, this is how someone is being with you. But if you look at these cards like this is someone who's trying to move forward romantically, but at the same time, they're very emotionally unsatisfied, okay? They're very bored. So you know what this is, Sagittarius, is love in all the wrong places, okay? Love in all the wrong places, but you want to be careful, because for some of you, this is a missed opportunity. You know, you might, I don't know what it is about this energy that you don't want to accept this love offer, but you want to be careful, because remember, your treasure is at hand. Your treasure is at hand. So that means that you're looking for something that you've already found, Sagittarius, and I think that's what this energy is. This is someone who's looking for something that they've already found. It's like right in front of you. Love is like right underneath your nose, but some of you guys, you know, you're just a little bit emotionally unavailable right now. You know what I mean? Like there's a reason why you're either ignoring this cup or, you know, don't see it. You know what I mean? Like something has got you occupied emotionally to where you're, you know, bored and unsatisfied. So keep that in mind when you're putting this amount of energy into this person, place, or thing, because this card comes up for people who are emotionally unavailable and just simply unsatisfied. So maybe that's the reason why some of you guys are not accepting this love offer, especially if it's a Pisces or a water sign. because water signs can tend to confuse fire signs, especially Pisces and Sagittarius. You know, I always say Pisces and Sagittarius are better off as friends, but you know, it doesn't have to be a Pisces for all of you. This is just romance. You know, maybe you guys are not feeling in the romance mood. Like you're if love is in the air, Sagittarius has their nose covered and you're like spraying that love be gone spray, because you know, you guys all have your own reasons. Maybe you're hanging on to someone else. You know what I'm saying, Sagittarius? Just, you know, keep this in mind in February, that there are offers, you know, and you may just miss them if you're caught up in other things emotionally. Some of you are caught up in like a third party elsewhere. So, you know, you can't really accept this new love offer. You can't even, you know, start moving on with someone else because, you know, you're not exactly free from this energy. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense to me there. We move on to the Page of Pentacles. Okay, we've got an earth sign coming up here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. It doesn't have to be an earth sign. This is a financial message for you all, okay, in February. It's a younger earth sign. If it is an earth sign for some of you guys, it's probably a younger earth sign because the page is someone who's just now starting a journey. For others of you, this might be actual treasure that you find, okay, like some kind of value, some kind of finances, because remember, your treasure is at hand, Sagittarius. And we have some cards here with actual treasure in people's hands. Okay, we have 3 cards here that show you with treasure in your hand, and I'll show you those when they come up. So the first card here that really makes me feel like this is some kind of treasure you found, Sagittarius, Page of Pentacles is coming up. So could it be that this is like some kind of message that comes in February that pertains to a job or, you know, something that you would value? The Page of Pentacles is a very studious energy, you know, and this card talked also about learning the most from a situation. So this is definitely a studious energy. This person has a lot to learn about whatever this pinnacle is. If it's money, then this person has a lot to learn still about the experience of money. You know, this is someone who, you know, who just, they can admit that they have, that they could grow a bit more when it comes to financial security, okay? But the Page of Pentacles, it's a new journey, you know, this is, something new that can be planted, and it can grow in the future back there, if you can see that, okay? So there is some kind of new endeavor involving finances or value. This could be anything for you, Sagittarius, but it's real, and it's tangible, and it's a message, okay? That might be what you guys are more focused on, especially because here, you know, you're really trying to ground yourself. You're focused on more of the logic than you are feelings, you know what I'm saying? So no wonder the Page of Pentacles is coming up. For others of you, this is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn that has some sort of offer for you this month. You know, and this might be an energy that has to do with this 8 of Swords that comes up next. Because this looks like an offer to somebody who has been really trapped, okay? This is someone who has been trapped in a situation that has to do with lack of finances, okay? We did get the 5 of Pentacles for you guys when I was shuffling. So that does speak to, you know, feeling a bit scared of poverty, maybe even some homelessness, you know, just a little bit of fear wrapped around security and stuff like that. So, you know, this is literally an offer that's coming to a person. Now, this could be you, Sagittarius, offering someone else who's trapped, but there's just something here that involves money, you know what I mean? Someone needs money or physical resources. This is all about resources and possessions, okay, to free somebody from a mental prison. Looks like some kind of, so if you're the person who feels trapped in February, there is some kind of offer or call or message that's going to come in. And I feel like it's going to free you from your mental prison. Because this person's, they're stuck. You know what I mean? They can't see the way forward. They can't even move if they did see the way forward. But luckily, this is all in your mind, Sagittarius. The way forward is forward. The way out is the front door. You know, one thing here I always want to remind people of is that you want to ground yourself and allow yourself to feel what it is that you feel. Because chances are what created this prison in the first place is, you know, disregarding your emotion, okay? Blinding yourself to how you feel, that put you in a mental prison inside your mind, okay? So you got to break free from this prison. Maybe some of you, it's a home environment, especially because we're going through home energy with you, Sagittarius, at the end of the month with Pisces, the 4th house. So some of you guys are like, this house is not a home type of energy. I feel more like this is a prison. So, you know, this is something that this is like the key to whatever this pinnacle is. It's like the key. It's your treasure, right? Your treasure is at hand, all right? And it feels like this is what's going to definitely free you from whatever's been trapping you inside your mind, okay? So that's going to be different for all of you guys, but this is something you guys have been waiting on, potentially even here. It's more important than love this month, okay? It's more important because your freedom depends on it. And, you know, this doesn't look like someone who's very free. And you know how important freedom is to Sagittarius. So keep that in mind whenever you receive this offer in February, that it could potentially unlock you from some sort of chain. It could free you from some kind of, you know, restriction and trapped energy. Now, the next card, well, these came out together, okay? We have very strong Taurus here, especially those of you dealing with Taurus men. These are 2 cards for Taurus, okay? We can talk about the Hierophant first. This is the card for Taurus, but this is also the card for spiritual counseling. Some of you guys, you know, you might be seeking spiritual counsel this month. Some of you may be in the position of spiritual counselors and leaders. So yeah, this is about teaching and learning and giving advice, trying to help, counsel, therapy. This is the High Priest, okay? So I don't know if any of you guys have priest energy or anything like that, but it is speaking to commitment. For some of you guys, this is an offer, you know, for commitment this month. With the Knight of Cups and the Hierophant, it might be a Taurus, okay, that's offering you guys something. They may have a Taurus moon. I do see Pisces and Taurus energy here, so there might be a combination of like Taurus, Pisces commitments. Maybe it's just, it could be a Cancer and a Scorpio combination with Taurus too. So they might have like Scorpio rising, Taurus moon, something of that sort. I see water energy and Taurus. So that also could mean emotional commitment. You know, there might be something here about committing, because there's different types of commitment. You know, we can commit physically. There's mental commitments, there's emotional commitments, spiritual commitments. So this is all about tradition, okay? Traditional love, you know, doing things the traditional way. I do feel like, I don't know if this is a proposal or something like that, or something, but it looks like an offer of commitment, okay? Especially those of you who are in marriages, stuff like that. Okay, so you guys have some love offers coming from the earth signs. This could be an earth sign that wants to commit, okay, or something like that. I am feeling a lot of different messages here, but this is also about your stability, Sagittarius. The King of Pentacles, strong Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn man. It doesn't have to be a man. It can be a masculine energy as well. But yeah, the King of Pentacles is all about his stability. You know, this is someone who works a lot. He definitely has logic. And again, your treasure is at hand. This is another person who's holding like treasure and something he values in his hand, okay? So there is something here about being married to a person who is very stable. Now, whether or not you're emotionally satisfied in that situation, Sagittarius, that's entirely up to you. But I do feel like some of you guys are emotionally bored. You know, there's a lack of passion here for sure. So yeah, some of you guys are in codependent financial situations. You know, you're wanting a commitment from this very earthy man. Now, if it's not an earth sign, then you guys, this is someone who's stable and logical. They're grounded and secure. They could be a boss. They work a lot. Okay, this is a work commitment here. Okay, there's a lot of different messages. It's gonna apply to different of you, so take it how it resonates. But with these messages here, this looks like it's kind of in regards to some kind of prison. Like, you do feel trapped where you are, Sagittarius, but there's still money offers. You know, someone is offering you more treasure and stuff like that. Maybe that's why this says your treasure is in your hand. Okay, but there is something here about a marriage, financially, you know, commitment, financial commitment. Some of you guys might be seeking counsel, okay, therapy, some kind of spiritual assistance in your marriage, something like that, okay? Strong Taurus energy here, though, okay, that stable earth energy. We have some kings and we have some queens. We have 2 kings here and 2 queens. So there's at least 4 people, 4 different people in this reading, okay? All the kings and the queens, those are definitely people. The Knight of Cups can be a person. The Page of Pentacles can be a person. So, Sag, there's a lot of energy around you guys that you're connecting with as far as, like, energetically. But we have this Queen of Cups to talk about next, okay? This is a very watery woman, okay? Some of you may have this energy to consider. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Risings. Probably not Sun. But if there's any water signs watching or cross-watching for Sagittarius this month, then your energy is coming up here, okay? This is the Queen of Cups. So whether this is you or someone else, Sagittarius, it's up to you if you have these tendencies, but this is a very emotional person, okay? She's kind. She helps everyone. Her heart is huge. You know, she has a lot of emotion to reflect on, but she's very generous and just kind. Very healing woman. This could be a mother. Now, this is another indication, though, that someone here is very emotionally unsatisfied, because there's a lot here about someone holding a cup in their hand and reflecting on their emotion. You know, see how this guy's staring at those 3 cups? See how this woman's staring up at her cup, and her cup has a lid on it. So some of you guys are really protected emotionally. You know, if there's anybody out there who knows how Sagittarius feels in February, maybe comment below, or just consider yourself lucky, because I don't even think Sagittarius knows how they feel this month. And that's why you guys are not accepting romantic feelings. You're really not, maybe not even flirting that much this month. You know, some of you are, but you're flirting in a very dry way. You know, you're keeping people at a distance, you know what I mean? Focusing more on your stability this month. Focusing more on whatever you do to make money, okay? But then this Queen of Cups, okay? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio woman. This could be someone who's offering. I do see water signs, you know, at least trying to engage with you, Sagittarius, this month. You know, if there's any water signs that are trying to initiate emotional conversation with you this month, you know, that might be something significant. But it looks like you're a little unavailable for the water signs. Some of you are really emotionally detached from the water signs, or just water energy. You know, it doesn't have to be a person. It could be energy within you. It could be energy within the universe. It could just be emotionally distant. Someone here is just literally emotionally unsatisfied, which is why I'm seeing somebody who's alone here emotionally, and it's almost as if they prefer that. So for those single Sagittariuses out there who, you know, are kind of tired of being alone, you want to ask yourself if you're really, really emotionally available for a relationship, because I see it in the cards that there's people coming in. So what is it that has got you emotionally unavailable? Because there's definitely love offers here. I mean, there's so many people around you. Knowing you, Sagittarius, all these people have some kind of, you know, lust for you or attraction for you. You know how it is, Sag. You know, you're a mutable fire sign. So the passion is always changing with you. There's always options. There's always someone inboxing you or something like that. What I'm looking at here is the DMs of a Sagittarius, it looks like. You know, you've got this person here, this relationship, that's someone here is going through, this is a relationship that's very conflicted. You've got a water sign that's reminiscing about the emotion that you guys had. You've got a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn that wants to commit, you know what I mean? So you got these offers coming in, but, you know, you're just feeling, you know, a little bit trapped. So it's like, you know, my hands are tied. What exactly can I do? So it's interesting, we move from the Queen of Cups to the Queen of Swords. So this is the difference between being emotionally open and being a, like, I almost said like being a bitch, basically, because the Queen of Swords, she's a very cold woman. You guys might have 2 different women in your life. You know, these women aren't facing each other either. So this is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Like, these 2 women, some of you guys might be like, you know, lesbian, same-sex relationships, because I'm seeing 2 women here. Okay, so I don't know if there's, you know, an air sign and a water sign that are like competing for you, Sagittarius, or their backs are turned to you, but these are both 2 queens. Okay, so they've both mastered what they represent. She's very intellectual, very smart, very sharp. You know, she's got her mouth on her. You know, her words are very sharp. She could say some really mean stuff. Now, the Queen of Cups, she's more sensitive. You know, she's more submissive and kind and healing and stuff like that. But she has a lot of feelings, and don't get me twisted, the Queen of Cups can snap too. All right, so I don't know if these are 2 different women or 2 different parts of you, or you know what I'm saying. But there's definitely this this energy here with these 2 queens. Some of you have 2 different women. If you're the man watching, or if you're interested in women this month, February, then there's 2 different sides of you. There's 2 different women here for some of you. Okay, this is really interesting to have these 2 queens. Some of you there's 2 different women. If this is 2 different sides of you, this is you going from reflecting on your emotions and feeling a whole bunch to, nah, fuck it, I'm the Queen of Swords, I'm gonna cut this off. Some of you guys have air and water in your chart. Libra woman, Cancer woman, Aquarius woman, Scorpio woman. So there's something here, Gemini, Pisces. Okay, and they're not facing each other, so these women are they've probably turned their back on each other. You know, they probably don't even know about each other. You know, they may know about each other, and that might be why they're turning their back. But some of you definitely missed an opportunity with a water sign. Okay, you missed an emotional opportunity. We'll put it that way. You missed an emotional opportunity this month, whether it was with a water sign or whatever. Now, this Queen of Swords, Sagittarius, she's beneath the Page of Pentacles. So I think you guys value this Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. It could be a man, you know, especially if it's more of a feminine man. You know, we all have this energy in our chart. So there's maybe a financial opportunity here. You know, I definitely catch a vibe. Sometimes the Queen of Swords is like a hairstylist or someone who works at a barbershop, stuff like that. So I don't know if there's an opportunity here with that, or if this is just, you know, there might be someone here who's offering something, but, you know, it doesn't look like that Queen of Swords even really values it or sees it, because she's facing the other way. But that Page of Pentacles has her back, if that makes sense, financially, okay? This opportunity, this earth sign messenger. But the Queen of Swords, yeah, she's not to be played around with. She's a very intellectual woman, okay? She's not exactly emotional. She can be a bit detached, okay? I have a very strong indication of an air sign energy, okay? And maybe this is just about you being intellectual about your money, okay? Trying to be very intellectual and smart about whatever this new financial energy is in February, okay? Now, this is where things get interesting, because the last two cards we have here to end February is this conflict with this King of Swords. So this is going to be conflict with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for some of you guys, especially if you're dealing with men. It doesn't have to be, though. You know, lots of mental conflict here. Competition with this Libra, okay? And obviously, there's a couple here. So it doesn't really matter who these people are, Sagittarius. What this is about is two people who are not communicating very well by the end of February, you know. The King and the Queen of Swords, they're not necessarily in an emotional relationship. They're not even necessarily in a financial relationship. They have a mental connection. So this person doesn't even have to be around you. It's as if you can read their mind. You know, this is two people with a sword, okay? And when we have the Five of Wands, and so maybe you're in between these two energies, Sagittarius, I'm not sure. But these are two people that, you know, I don't think they're communicating very well, because, I mean, they could if this energy were to disappear. You know, it's interesting. We have that heart right in between. So this is a relationship. This is all Sagittariuses in a relationship. The King and the Queen of Swords, this is like a matching suit, okay? But we've got this conflict in the middle of you guys. So for those of you who are in a mental connection with someone, for those of you who are in an intellectual, it's kind of a detached relationship. You know, there's not many feelings involved. You know, you're there because, you know, you guys both stimulate each other intellectually or something like that. You know, you guys are just, you know, you're together mentally. There's a mental commitment here that you guys have made, but there's things that both of you want to say to each other. It's just in February, you know, it's going to be a bit conflicted. Some of you guys, you know, this is someone who you guys used to have really deep conversations with, I think. But now there's this trapped energy to consider, and we do have two cards on either end here. So there is something here about, you know, maybe even a conflict with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn man, especially Capricorn. And then this Taurus and Aquarius energy, or Libra, Taurus, Libra. But yeah, there's definitely some conflicts here, and this is what's making you guys feel trapped. This King of Swords and the Five of Wands, okay? You guys are really in your head about how to say something to this Libra, Gemini, Aquarius man, okay? Someone here is very conflicted. The truth is conflicted. You know, you're not really sure how to cut this energy out. Now, that's one thing here about the King and the Queen of Swords, is that they are able to cut things out of their life. You know, people, places, and things. But, you know, this is interesting. This conflict that's taking place in this relationship, okay? This mental conflict or mental competition here. There might just be a jealous air sign around some of you guys. Okay, so that's your reading. But we're going to look at the bottom of the deck here. We have the Four of Pentacles. Remember, we had the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. So this is, you know, why your whole reading is here, Sagittarius. Because some of you guys are hanging on to a comfort zone, even though it's super heavy for you, you know, like it's becoming a burden. Person, place, or thing. It could be a place of work. It could be a foundation, okay, a home environment, or somewhere that you've built a financial foundation in. You're tied up in there financially or something. But both of these pictures look like there's something, you know, weighing you down, okay? It's a comfort zone, and it's a miser energy. You know, someone here is working really hard to save money and stuff like that, but it looks like it's becoming very heavy and a burden. But luckily we have the World here, okay? And again, we have a very worldly decision, because Sagittarius, your treasure is definitely at hand. Now, this is the ultimate treasure at hand, because we even have the Ace of Wands. So 2 new beginnings coming in for you, you know, potentially in February. But, you know, you're going to have to decide between, you know, something that you're like, there's a new way to make money this month through your passion, okay, through your fire. But first, you're going to have to drop the heavy weights, okay, of a comfort zone, because, you know, if you're all tied up in this energy, you know, you're not ever going to pursue the 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. You're going to stay right here at the 4 of Pentacles. It's like someone who has $40 and isn't going to let go of it. But there's definitely an energy here of letting go, because this cycle is over, Sagittarius. You know, it's time for you to expand your horizon, open up your world, you know. So we have earth, we have water, we have air, and we have fire. So you have a pretty good combination of all the elements. There's just some conflict here passionately. Financially, you are hanging on to something, but, you know, your stability is coming up here. There's a new offer here. February, you guys are starting something new money-wise, okay? And it's going to release you from this toxic, trapped prison. Emotionally, unavailable, okay? Emotionally, it seems as if there's emotional people around you, but Sag, I feel like you guys are just contemplating about everything this month, okay? So just remember that there's some kind of treasure that you definitely have a hold of this month. You're going to find it, okay? So hopefully this helps, Sagittarius. If this resonated and you'd like me to give you a personal reading, please look in my description box for my email, and I'd be happy to communicate with you about what kind of reading you're looking forward to. If you have any questions or anything like that, you can email me or comment below. I appreciate all your likes and subscribes. So the next time I'll talk to you guys will be on that Virgo full moon on February 19th. And if I don't see you there, I will talk to you guys in March. Bye!